Hi, welcome to Take 5, where we daily consider devotional thoughts from Oswald Chambers' book, My Utmost for His Highest. Today is February 21st, and the title of our devotional is, Do You Really Love Him? She has done a good work for me, Mark 14 and verse 6. The focus verse speaks of another time of Jesus being anointed with a costly perfume as an act of worship. In each case, the women did what was considered by those who were there as extremely wasteful, as the perfume could have been sold and the money used to feed the poor. And on each occasion, Jesus corrected the critics by reminding them that his time on earth was short, but that the poor would remain with them afterwards. Jesus was trying to get them to see the actions of these women as being done in radical love. As Chambers opens today's devotional by stating, if what we call love doesn't take us beyond ourselves, it is not really love. If we have the idea that love is characterized as cautious, wise, sensible, shrewd, and never taken to extremes, we have missed the true meaning. This may describe affection, and it may bring us a warm feeling, but it is not a true and accurate description of love. In the devotional of February 20th, Chambers said that if you are in love with someone, you don't sit and daydream about that person all the time. You go and do something for him. With each of these two devotionals, Chambers seeks to spark our understanding with the use of physical acts of love so to describe our needed behavior for God. The person who loves God is going to want to be active for Him, performing works that give indication of their love for Him. And with today's devotional, he draws the point of how our love for God should push us over the edge in an extreme fanatical type love for Him, such as demonstrated with the anointing of Jesus with costly perfume. Chambers continues in the second paragraph, have you ever been driven to do something for God simply because you love Him? Now, I purposely left out a section of that sentence so to initially consider the primary essence of what he is asking. Have you ever been driven to do something for God simply because you love Him? Before continuing on, I want to look at the portion that I omitted. To do something for God not because you felt that it was useful or your duty to do so, or that there was anything in it for you. That attitude, though not defined here as such, is a kind of salvation by works. I do things for God because I feel obligated and so that He will bless me. I feel obligated to go to church, to read my Bible, to give money. These things are expected by God of me, and so I do them. That attitude sucks the love out of them. To be surrendered to God is more value than our personal holiness. Concern over personal holiness causes us to focus our eyes on ourselves, and we become overly concerned about the way we walk and talk and look out of fear of offending God. Chambers is encouraging us to take our eyes off of self. The idea is to not be concerned over actions designed to make us look good to God. Acts that seem like the right and holy thing to do, but to do things for God simply because we love Him. Christ says of this woman, she has done a good work for me, a work that would profit her nothing and would be misunderstood by those around her, but she did it out of pure love for Christ, to demonstrate her love for Him. As Jesus said, we don't any longer have Him physically with us, so to pour costly perfume on or wash His feet with our hair. So how is extreme love now demonstrated for Christ? It's going to be through, as Chambers says, ordinary, simple human things, things which would be evidence to God that you are totally surrendered to Him. Works in and for His kingdom that do not exalt us or seek to benefit us. It is that which is done from pure love for Him. As we focus on wanting to simply be a tool in His hand, Chambers closes with, the issue is never of being of use, but of being of value to God Himself. Once we are totally surrendered to God, He will work through us all the time. If you haven't yet read today's devotional from Dr. Chambers, I encourage you to do so, for it will enhance the time that we spend together. It's available free online. Please below also post any questions that you might have or any comments on today's study. Also be sure to share prayer requests as well. And now, may God's grace and peace be ours as we seek to live our utmost for His highest. Thanks for being here today. God bless you. Have a good day. We'll see you tomorrow.